afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming. I enjoy coming to Japan very much. It's a beautiful country. And I just wish I spoke Japanese, but instead I will speak English, and the translator will help today. So I will share with you my views as the CEO of what is important for the company and what the opportunity is for Japan and Idera. It's not easy to summarize a big company in a few words of what we think is important, but I will try to do that today. So these 6 things are what I think summarizes our success and our focus areas. We believe it's important to make our products as easy to use as possible. Not all of our products are very easy, but we invest to make them easier to use. It's very important for us to have great partners that help the business be successful, which is why all of you are so important to us. But we use partners across the company to sell more software, to keep our customers happier, and to be a successful business. So thank you for being here today. As you know, we have done a lot of mergers and acquisitions. We have acquired 30 companies since I've been with Idera, and we expect we will continue to acquire more companies. We believe it's very important to run a profitable company so that in good times and in bad times we are successful. Profitable companies have a very good future, and so we think that's very important. We're very focused on delivering results for our customers and our partners. And every person at this company is important to the success of the company. And something you won't hear very much from other companies is we value the creativity that comes from taking risks. And so we're okay with taking risk, and we know sometimes those risks will not have good outcomes. Sometimes they do have good outcomes. But we think that's an important part of being a healthy company. It's being willing to take risk so that you can get better in the future. I can talk about these points for a long time. In fact, for our leadership team, we have a training session where I talk just about these points for 3 hours and how important they are. But I will not talk about them for 3 hours today, so you can be happy. The good news about Idera is that we have grown very rapidly for a long time. We grow with acquisitions and with normal, what we call organic growth, at 30% a year for several years. We have over 100,000 customers. In fact, I think it's probably over 200,000 customers, which means we have millions of individual customers using our products around the world. And even though we're a global company, we only have a little bit over 500 employees. So when I said earlier that every employee is important, that's why. And we have a very high level of revenue per employee, which allows us to make smart investments. And the most important thing to all of you is that we have over 300 partners around the world helping us with our success and helping us find new customers and helping keep those customers happy. So partners are a very important part of Idera's success. I mentioned we have done a lot of acquisitions. We have 27 unique brands, and we'll continue to acquire more companies in the future. You will see that not all of these products are sold in Japan, but we would like to sell all of them in Japan. And we talked today with the Idera Japan team about how we can offer more of these products to our customers and our partners in Japan to help you with your businesses too. There's actually one more new acquisition that we don't have the logo up here for because we have not publicly announced it, but we just acquired last month another test business. And that business is growing 400% a year. So we continue to do a great job in finding high growth companies to add to Idera's portfolio. So we do a lot of acquisitions, and I talked about the importance of acquisitions in our history and for our future. But I thought it would help for me to explain what we see happening in the M&A market right now. In the last 2 years, we've acquired one company. Before that, we would buy 4 to 6 companies a year. So the M&A market has definitely slowed down. And the slowdown in the M&A market is true for almost every software company, not just Idera. So Idera's employees and customers and partners often ask me, why are you not buying more companies right now? And in fact, my board also asked me, why are you not buying more companies right now? So I created this slide from my last board meeting, which was in October, to help explain to my board the way I saw the M&A market over the last couple of years. And if you've come to these meetings before and heard me talk, you know that I have a lot of animals. I like animals. I have 5 dogs at my house. I have very big dogs and I have little dogs. But I like dogs and I like horses, I like cows, I like tortoises. I have all of those animals at my house. So I thought it would be helpful to use dogs as an example of the way I think about the M&A market right now. There's 3 types of deals out there right now. One is a type of deal that is so ugly and so poorly run that it will never get acquired by anybody, but people are still trying to sell those businesses right now. The second type of company that is also not transacting right now is it's so beautiful, it's such a wonderful company that there's no deals available because the owners don't want to sell those deals. And I call that a golden retriever puppy, which is probably the cutest puppy that has ever lived. So we would never buy the ugliest dog company. We would sometimes like to buy the cutest dog company, but the price is usually too high. But normally the type of company we would buy would be the third type of company here. And so these companies are companies that are not that pretty and are not ugly, but they make really good companies when they fit into Idera. Those are normally the companies we would be buying if the M&A market was active right now. But the owners are not selling those types of companies either right now because they believe if they wait that they will get a better price. And so even though we like those types of companies, we're not buying them either right now. Really the lesson is on M&A for us is that we're very disciplined and we're very patient and we make good decisions on everything. And M&A right now is difficult to make good decisions in, so we are waiting. This is also something I use to train people with. I call this the software company virtuous circle for great performance and great results. So the outside puzzle pieces are the business's operating model. And those are the things that are important to a company that is going to have good financial success. So the inside part of this circle is product excellence. And that is important to have both a good operating model and great products in order to have a great company. It's my belief that any company that follows this model and makes these things their priorities will be a successful company. And so if you know of a software company that's not successful, it's because they don't have a good operating model or they don't have good products. And if you have both of those things, you'll have a great company. And I'll talk about one point on the operating model, the puzzle pieces on the outside, which is run to the future. When we talk about running to the future, we mean don't be afraid of the future. It can be scary because you don't know for sure what's in the future, but we believe in making decisions and moving to the future rather than overanalyzing things. I won't talk about every one of these puzzle pieces, but they all tie back to what I think is important for a good company, which is good discipline, a willingness to accept risk, and a commitment to great products. When you wake up in the morning, if you turn on the news and start to watch the news, you'll think that everything in the world is going wrong. There's wars, there's people that are hungry, there's economic problems, there's people that don't like each other, there's lots of things to worry about in the world. And as a CEO of a software company, I have a lot of things that I can worry about too. And if I worry about everything that could go wrong, we're going to have a lot of problems. And so we don't worry about everything that can go wrong. So rather than worrying about everything that I could worry about, on the left side of the slide here, inflation or layoffs or economic problems, those are things that we can't control. But we focus instead on the things that we think are going to be important for our future. We run a profitable business and we invest for the future. We know that a lot of our competitors have problems, and we could worry about those problems too, but we look at it as an opportunity to step in when our competitors fail. Rather than worrying about the things that can go wrong, we listen to our partners and we listen to our customers about the ideas they have about how we can do even better as a company. And every decision won't be right. We'll make some mistakes. But with you as our partners and our disciplined business model, we expect a great future, and we're really looking forward to spending the future with all of you. Our Japan business has had some great years in the 10 years that I've been the CEO of Idera, but we believe it can be even better. And that's why we came over here this week to meet with all of you, to express how important you are to us, and to ask you your ideas on how we can do even better. So thank you for your time today, and I'm going to turn it over to Atanas to talk about the developer tools business here in Japan.